welcome back. Today I've got this lovely, it's a cat, it's a shelf actually, and it's a lovely cat with a little shelf here. Now I'm going to do this for my mum. Her living room is black and teal, so I thought this blue, well it's blue, but to me it looks teal. I thought this blue chrome powder might look nice on the detail there. So basically, I'm not sure what I'm going to put it on with because a brush is going to be too messy. Let me see if I can use a cotton bud possibly. I mean, obviously I'll clean up after, but I need to be a little bit precise. Oh, that's working well actually, and not making too much of a mess. If you don't overload it, you can do quite good detail. My mum's gonna love this. She's got, well, she had a black cat. She's recently lost her, so I thought this might be nice for her. Just a little shelf to light a candle. I mean, we all treat our pets like babies, don't we? And she was definitely, I mean, she was 20-year-old, my mum's cat. She used to be mine many moons ago, but I gave her to my mum for company, and I knew she'd be well looked after. In fact, she was absolutely spoilt. So, but 20-year-old is not a bad innings at all, is it? So I just thought I'll make this for her. In a sort of memoriam. So what I'll do, I'll carry on doing this, because I'm sure you don't want to see the whole kit and caboodle, as I say. And I'll get it all burnished in and cleaned up, and I'll come back with the resin. Right, I'll be back. Okay, I've mixed up about 200ml of epoxy resin. Now I've done it in my mixer, so I will remember. I'll do this when once I've put the pigment in, because I don't want to have to try and clean my stick straight after. So I'm just putting black in now. Then again, I'm probably going to need more, but oh no, going black. It goes for miles, this stuff. Oh yeah, probably need more. I'm going to have to wipe my stick anyway. Okay. So yeah, as I said, because I've been doing it in my mixer, make sure you always scrape the sides of your cup and mix at the bottom, just in case the paddle of the mixer hasn't reached. But I think that's more than enough. So all I'm going to do now, it's a lovely black, is pour this in and leave it to cure basically. So let's just look at the mess I'm making already. Let's get my lid on that before I throw stuff everywhere. Tell you, every time I use black, guaranteed. What do I say? Keep saying with the black. I always make a mess. Anyhow, let's get this poured. So I was doubting myself if that was actually a piece, but it's not, is it? No, because that slots in there. Oh, that might be the support, yes. Right, so let's just get this in. We'll try not go too near these gaps here, because it's meant to have these gaps. This is taking more than I thought, to be fair. So I'm just going to pour this in as well. Just let it do its thing. Gone all quiet. Just trying to pour it in and avoid the eyes. Yeah, that must be a support by the shape of it. Tango in as much as I can, so because I don't want to be cutting off any sharp edges if I can help it. Oh, that one might overflow. I might have just gone a little bit crazy on that one. Yep, I have. Oh dear. Normally at this point I would use a pipette, but I can't find them. Yeah. Oops, I made a mess. There's a surprise. Because of course I would overpour when it's black, wouldn't I? Okay. I'll just let it make a mess and I'll peel it up after. Because I think I'm going to make more of a mess trying to get it up now. That's why we have a silicone mat. Is that going to be too much as well? Or is that going to hold? What's wrong with me today? Yeah, I think the cat got everything it needs. Let's just help a little bit down the tail. You know, what a mess I'm making. No, I've put too much down the tail, I think. Okay. I think we're okay there. Made a right mess all over my hands. So I'm going to give it a run round. Just on these edges. I'm not going to touch it. I know I've took my glove off, but I've got resin all over it. Now be careful not to scratch the mould, because obviously I'm using a toothpick. But that's fine. Okay, that'll do, I think. I don't want to disturb over there too much. Right, so all to do now is just wait, basically. Wait for it to cure. I don't know what I've done with me lighter either. Can't take me anywhere, you know. Okay, fair me alcohol. So I'm just going to give her a spritz. I'll come and check on it a couple of times and check for bubbles. Now, I don't know if you remember, on my last video I did the runes. Well, I had some spare, so I just put it in this into resin mould and made another little heart pot. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but it's all that was big enough to fit. All that was big enough? Oh my God, I can't speak. That's all I had resin wise, and I knew it would fit in there. Anyhow, I'll be back when this is ready to demould. Welcome back. I think this is set. Tail slightly. I think the rest's okay. So let's get this out. Oh, where am I getting mucky from already? Honest to God. Anyhow, we'll carry on. It's probably off this mould. Because I did chuck it everywhere, didn't I? Right, let's see if we can get this undone. If you remember on this shelf bit, I just did them purple in the middle. Teal, sorry, not purple. I'm not used to using purple, I forget. Oh, that's pretty. And that's the support. And we've got the pussycat. Hopefully I haven't made too much of a mess of the mica powder. Oh, it's not bad. It's not perfect either, but you know what? It's not bad at all. I think I was always going to get a bit of stray mica powder. But that's fine. I suppose we need to check if this fits. So I'm presuming that hook's in there and then that goes in there. If we can get it to fit, that is. I was thinking I might have to glue it, but oh, it's actually quite a tight fit. So that's good because it's not going to go anywhere. Oh, cool. Right, so what to do with this? I'm not keen on that mess, to be fair. I mean, I'm going to put something on the back to hang it. Don't know if you can see, but it's a bit messy. But what else can I do? Really wish I'd just waited now and painted it in like I was going to do. I'll have a think anyway and I'll come back. Okay, so I outlined the moon with the silver pen and then I started to do the stars and it was just too much like hard work. So I've got this new UV resin from Craft Resin to try. I love the epoxy resin, so I thought, well, I may as well give the UV resin a try. So that's it there. So I'm going to give this a go. So let me get organised, get my gloves on, and we'll do the next bit. Okay, I've put a bit UV resin in here. And I think because this is a teal colour, my diamond alcohol ink from the Marabou ink has a bit of a I've just spilt it on my gloves, you can see there, like a tealy glitter to it. So I thought we could maybe use that and it might disguise the dodgy bits. Yeah, I know, I have a way with words. Let's just see. Yeah, I think it might. This resin's quite runny, but I quite like it. So I'm just going to chuck it on, spread it around. I mean, I don't know if I've made enough, to be fair, probably haven't, but I did fill me little thing, so I can easily just do some more. But we'll see how far this gets. Hopefully it won't obliterate. Oh, it looks like it might. Hang on, let's add some clear then. Mix it up a bit. Yeah, I think I've OD'd on it a little bit. Oh dear. I did put a huge squirt in though. Hopefully when it's a bit thinner, we'll see what it ends up like anyway. So I'm just going to spread this around. Always when you're using UV as a top coat, just flick the sides like I'm doing there, and it'll hold its surface tension and it won't go over. Just tease it over and then just flick and it'll hold. And then you just do that, spread it all around. And then if you get some gaps forming, you can add more. But what I'm doing initially is just getting it to the sides, because I might have to mix this up a bit, to be fair. Oh, I went over there. It's because I was a bit too rough with it. You just got to gently flick on the sides. Stop it going over. So I'm just going to keep dragging it down. So when this is all done, I'll come back. Hopefully got it all spread, and it might even out and thin out a little bit, I'm hoping. And I'll be back when it's all done, ready to cure. Okay, I've gone around, flicked all the edges. Not gonna lie, I added a bit of clear into it as well because it was just too concentrated. Now all my edges look fine from where I can see, but I can see one little gap there. So all you do when you end up with a gap, just put it blob in and just let it settle. That's all I ever do. Bubble that. Never mess with the edges once you've got that surface tension. And obviously don't overdo it with UV, but from where I can see, oh, I've missed a bit on the edges there, I can see that. See what I'm doing there, just flicking it. And then, once that settles, it'll probably leave a gap. So what I'll do to be sure so it doesn't pull back, just put a little bit more over and let that settle. And that should sort it out. So all that's left now is to put it under the, well, give it a go over with my torch if I can find it, because I've lost it again. I'm always losing stuff, you know. I'm terrible. Menopause brain, that's what it is. I shall go and find that and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to have a dig out in my craft room because I've put it somewhere and I don't know where. So I'm going to spritz it with alcohol. And I've literally just gone to fill this bottle up and tipped alcohol all over my lap. So I'm going to have to go and get changed. Honest to God. If I didn't make mistakes, honestly, I wouldn't be me, would I? So I'm going to give, oh, need priming a bit. There we go. Give that a spritz. Hopefully it won't mess with it. Let that settle a bit and we'll get it cured. Just checking before I get the lamp on it that there's definitely no gaps. My voice is probably changing at this point because I'm above my camera, but it looks fine. So we'll get the lamp out and we'll start curing that. I'll move this over and I'll be back when it's ready. Okay, that's all done now. Now, my mum's cat had green eyes. She was a black cat with green eyes, so I'm going to give this one green eyes. And all I'm going to do is just colour that in. I maybe should have done it before, but you know what, it's not like it's gonna necessarily come off. I mean, looks a bit spooky now, but I like it. So all that's left to do is put it together and put some sort of hook on the back. Now I've got some wire, so I think I'll get some wire and do it. So I've got some quite thick stainless steel wire here, if I can cut it with these little pliers. Yeah, and I'm just going to bend it sort of even-ish, and we're just going to put it on, bend it back a little bit. It's probably better to put it there, maybe. So I'm going to get my UV bonding resin, this stuff, it's from Let's Resin, and I'm just going to place it where I think, give a take. Now I know I should have gloves on, but just get it stuck initially, and then I'll put a bit more on. This only takes seconds to cure. Oh, I've lifted it out. It's pretty solid. Right, so that's it. Now, like I said, I can push it back if need be, or pull it out as much as I need to. So all that's left now is to put these pieces together. Now this is pretty tight, quite a tight fit, so I don't think I'm going to need any extra UV, to be fair, because it does take a fair bit to get it in. But for safety, I guess I could just blob a little bit on the back, just to give it some grip. So I'll put a good thing around the edges, and hopefully that should hold. And then we'll just cure it and we'll be done. So that's it, all finished there. It's got lovely green eyes. And she's got the shelf there for the candle. I think my mum's gonna love it. I'll get you some nice pictures so you can see it properly. I'll maybe hang it on the wall and I'll show you it with a candle in. I mean, obviously not an open flame because this is UV. Apart from anything else, resin will soften with direct heat from a candle, and also the fumes, which would be very dangerous. I'm back on Saturday with the Friendship Express. We've got the Wizard of Oz collaboration going on Saturday, so don't forget to join us. You'll see a lot of fantastic artists making their own Wizard of Oz pieces. So I'll see you on Saturday, 7:30. Bye for now. I didn't have an electric candle to hand, so I've displayed it with the lit one. But please remember, you should never use a lit candle with resin.